Angry at you. I'm angry at a system that continuously punishes people like me. But that result and that outcome and that backlash, those statements that you've read, I've seen them all. I know what you're talking about. That doesn't happen because I've done something wrong. That is a result of the political status quo. I have broken a status quo and they're not happy. And so I am being, punished for it through many different powerful institutions, including the London Free Press, right? Like nobody writes about a random doctor who's on social media online for no reason.
Oh no, I'm being silenced. Oh, I'm just criticizing Israel, and the big Jewish Zionist lobby is not allowing me to speak my mind. Have you heard that line before? It's become very popular these days. It's a nice little shield as well, where you can just throw out any crap, any derogatory, any violent rhetoric that you want, and then say the magic word Israel, and then you're like absolved of any wrongdoing. So what about if you chant, I don't know, death to Israel, for example? Is that criticizing Israel? Because that's what this lady over here did when she faced some repercussions for doing that. And she again tries to hide behind the I'm just criticizing. Take a look at this maniac.
I know why this reason is being taken, and I know that there is a political chokehold in our healthcare system whereby any view that is against the state of Israel results in a people meddling with people getting jobs who are good employees, who are good doctors. I wanted to do a good job. I wanted to work for, I like what you guys do. I'm a great physician, and I'm not unethical or unprofessional or anything that they've accused me of online. And I wish that you had given me the chance to be a really good physician at your institution. I wish you gave me that opportunity. It's a chokehold, and it's a really unfortunate political chokehold because our patients deserve physicians who have different opinions and who do
Different opinions. It's a chokehold, a political chokehold. You didn't have an opinion, just. It's not like, oh, I don't like the Israeli government, or maybe we need this solution. You said death to Israel. All right? Death to Israel is not a political criticism or an opinion. It's a call for violence. And you say you would be a good physician for your patients. What if you had an Israeli patient? What if you had a Jewish patient who has family in Israel and your position is death to Israel? We saw the same thing with those doctors in Australia, you remember? Where he said that he would kill a patient if it was from Israel or something like that. And then he got fired, lo and behold. If I said death to Palestine and to Palestinians, could I just then walk around and be treating Palestinians as a physician? Would that person, like, is that normal?
stand for liberation for all and against oppression and against genocide. They deserve that. I'm angry at you. I'm angry at a system that continuously punishes people like me. But that result and that outcome and that backlash, those statements that you've read, I've seen them all. I know what you're talking about. That doesn't happen because I've done something wrong. That is a result of the political status quo. I have broken a status quo and they're not happy. And so I am being, punished for it through many different powerful institutions, including the London Free Press, right? Like nobody writes about a random doctor who's on social media online for no reason, right? Like unless they've done something so egregious, like be against the state of Israel.
Just against the state of Israel, I've broken the status quo. Yeah, you've broken the status quo. You've called for death of another nation. That's kind of against the status quo, and not okay. And this gaslighting, we've been dealing with this in Israel since our inception. We've been dealing with this because that's precisely what the Palestinians say all the time. Them, and especially the jihadists, they say death to Israel, death to the Jews. We're going to destroy your country. You have no right to exist. We're going to annihilate you. We're going to obliterate you. And then on international media, it's spun as, well, we're against certain policies of Israel. We're against the occupation of the West Bank only, right? When they consider every inch of Israel, including where I'm sitting right now, as occupied Palestine. It's all occupied. It all belongs to them. We've been dealing with this for decades, with this gaslighting, where they just openly say they want to annihilate us, and then later they go and cry and be like, oh, no, no, we just want a change. We're against the policy. We're against the occupation. We're against specific things. We're against Ben-Gvir and Smotrich and this kind of thing. Now that tactic is coming to Britain and the United States. Also regarding Israel, where you say death to Israel, and then, oh, I just expressed a political opinion, and there's a political chokehold. You can't express opinions. Play this game. but also playing that game on other stuff. I mean, it's one thing when you play the game on Israel, maybe you don't care about Israel, but they play that game on other stuff as well, like people, I don't know, promoting Sharia law and jihad inside Western countries, and then later pretending like they're just have a difference of an opinion, or committing acts of violence and intimidation of other communities, specifically Jewish communities, and then dress it up as fighting for Palestine, for liberation. This game, this transparent game that some people just refuse to see. And when it comes to, just hatred of and attack against Jews, this game has been very successful. Very, very successful. And part of it is also because of the Jews themselves. Part of it, a small part, right? Let's not exaggerate over here, who cried wolf on the anti Semitism. I don't know if cried wolf, but let's say used that term a bit too freely, right? Instead of reserving it for the very severe cases, using it very often. And then there were people who were able to play on that and say, "Oh, you cry anti-Semitism on everything, or every criticism of Israel is anti-Semitism." But now that trick is being played in the reverse. So their claim has always been, "I'm just criticizing Israel. I'm not anti-Semitic," right? So what they accuse Israel of doing, and have for years, which is any person who criticizes Israel, you call him an anti-Semite, which is not really true. Um, I don't think I've seen tons and tons of people who defend Israel, who defend it on the merits. And yes, some of the people who attack Israel very viciously are quite nasty towards Jews. So, I mean, they exaggerate that phenomena. But yeah, it's possible that someone criticizes Israel. I don't think calling for the destruction of Israel is criticizing Israel, but somebody can criticize Israel, and potentially you can silence that person by saying, "Oh, you're being anti Semitic." But now what's happening is a different game, right? Of people just saying the most vile things about Israel and just openly calling for Israel's annihilation and support for Hezbollah and Hamas to fire rockets at Israel and destroy and annihilate Israel and do October 7th, and then hide behind, "Oh, I'm just criticizing Israel. I'm criticizing Israel, right? I'm not calling for Israel's destruction. I'm not supporting attacks and violence against them. I'm criticizing them." So the same thing that they accused Israel of doing, or Jews of doing, of calling people anti-Semitic for criticizing Israel, they're now doing a reverse version of that far more often, which is to just say the most insane, vile lies over and over and over again. And then they have this armor, right? Israel, oh, it's just Israel. I'm just talking about Israel. How dare you call me anti-Semitic? I'm just criticizing the state of Israel. And a complete gaslighting, because we can see, you're saying death to Israel, destroy Israel, and then, "Oh, I'm just criticizing them." But it works. The trick works, so they keep employing it. Coming to you on like more direct issues to the United States and to Europe on things like Sharia law, intimidation of minorities, taking over of public space, support for terror groups, and then, "Oh, I'm just criticizing and I'm being silenced." She played the trick very well, or was trying to, but it seems like it didn't work for her this time, and hopefully it won't in the future.